It's been about 2 weeks. Yeah. I've been busy and it's been cold out. But I finally got myself out here and some stuff has changed. We got wheels and tires. That's right. Let's take a look at these bad boys. I went with 31 10.5 15s. Yes, they are the almighty Linglong Crosswind ATs. This is one of the cheapest setups you can do. Brand new. These are rough country D-window wheels. They're like 60 bucks a pop. They're 15 by 8s. I've seen mixed reviews with these Linglongs, but you know what? I figured I'd give them a shot. These are ATs. The tread pattern is, you know, semi-aggressive. You know, I've had more aggressive all-terrains before, but they're gonna look good on the Roadmaster no matter what. This is a budget build, so, you know, I spent money on the lift. I had to try to save some on the wheels and tires, so this is what we went with. Oh, and I did get 5 of them. So, yeah, this wheel and tire setup cost me about $1,000 for 5. Not bad for a brand new setup. Anyway, that's enough chit-chatting. Let's start assembling this. This goes in the back, like so. Maybe I should go like that. There we go. Now we gotta get the bolts in. Like so. Honestly, I should probably get new ones. That would be the correct way of doing it. New bolts, but I think we'll be fine. That might be an issue. Might have to trim this right here, but we'll worry about that once everything's on here. I'm going to put these shims back where they were on the side that they were on when I took the old ones off. I got this side all snugged up. Now I'm gonna do the other side. I highly recommend not doing what I'm doing right here. So yeah, this is not the right way of doing it, but this is how I'm going to attempt to do it. Hopefully you guys see this video, because if you don't, then you know that things did not go well. I tell you what, that was one of the biggest pain in the butts I've ever done on anything. Trying to get that spring back in there. But hey, I got her done. Now let's do the other side. All right, here we go. Round 2. Hopefully I get spared with this one as well. Honestly, this works pretty good. Shit ton of zip ties, a few ratchet straps. She's solid. All right, here goes nothing. Now, these springs go in a certain way. Actually, you know what? I'll show you guys quick before I get too crazy here. So, you see these 2 small holes right here? The bottom of the spring coil, or the edge, I should say, the end, sits right in here. These 2 holes are for the shock bolts, which I need to get the little clips in place. It's a lot easier to do with everything else, so I gotta do that quick. As long as you have that end lined up here, it'll line up where it needs to be up here. So let's get this thing in. The last one wasn't too bad once I got it lined up perfectly. That's the thing, you have to have this lined up perfectly. So Now, I have this spring compressed, so it's even compressed more than the factory spring was. Okay. My beautiful paint, it's all gonna get chipped now. That's okay. It was bound to happen. Should probably make sure that's in the right spot. It's actually hard to see, but yeah, I think it is. Huh. You know, I thought the other side was giving me a hard time. This side's being a pain in the ass. Pain in the butt. Ooh. Ooh, yes. I say don't do what I just did, but it's working. Hold up. So it looks like the spring will not be aligned. Learned my lesson before, it's gotta be perfect. So, undo this. Ah, shoot. Well, enough to where I can spin this by hand. Like so. Back up we go. And we're really close, yo. We are so freaking close. Ooh, that one felt good. Shit. That one's gonna hurt. Did I get it? Oh, I think we're close. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that, perfect. Just like the last one. She's frickin' mint. Woo! Definitely struggled a little bit more on this side than I did the other, but we got her done, boys. Now comes the task of trying to get these out. I was able to get them out on the other side. Kind of a pain, fishing the ends through and everything, the hooks. But I got the other side out, so this side shouldn't be that bad. Got those ratchet straps out. Got the ball joint installed. Now it's time to get the shock in. Installing this is pretty easy. You just go from underneath, pop the top through the hole, and tighten her down. So let's do that. Let's see if I can actually is there even enough room to get this thing through, which there is, it looks like. Now we just gotta find the hole. I got the shock in. I also worked on getting the center link and everything in, so now it's time to replace the brake hoses here because I don't know, may as well. I got new ones, and sometimes rubber lines, they swell up and cause issues, so I'm just gonna replace them. They're cheap enough to do. You see that right there? Yeah, exactly what I didn't want to happen happened on both sides. I didn't know if I was gonna need to extend my brake lines because of the lift, so I bought these extended brake hoses. Well, it looked like I didn't need them, so I wasn't going to install them until I ended up braking both sides. And as you can see right there, I cut the old line and I made a new flare. I tell you what, having this kit here has saved me so much time and headache. Instead of running a new line to the master cylinder, because this line isn't bad. It was just the ends that were very rusty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut right after that bend, and I'm going to make a new flare. So with this cutter right here, I got a nice cut on that line. So now it's time to flare it. Remember to put your nut on before flaring and make sure it's the right way. All right, you don't want to redo this. It's a pain in the butt if you have to. So with this right here, find the size line that you're dealing with, and I'm dealing with a 3/16 line, the smallest one on here, and make sure to match it with this little piece right here. All right, this is important. I'm gonna put this onto the line so that the end of the line is sticking out of this side that you see right here. All right, there's a little bevel. This other side's flat. You don't want that. You want the bevel. You want the end sticking out. There's so much brake fluid everywhere, but what do you expect? All right, we're gonna crank this down. You know, I had to cut this right here because otherwise doing this would be impossible. You know, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'll just bend it back and we'll be good. Honestly, a license plate there to connect both sides will be good. Good enough for me. Maybe a zip tie or something, I don't know. Before you get it cranked down tight, you take the little adapter piece, I don't know what you call this, and you want, the amount that you want sticking out is the same thickness of this piece. And it's okay to be a little bit over, but you don't want to be under. So I'm a little bit over, that's okay. I think it's perfect. So now we tighten this piece super tight, crank her down. You don't want that to move at all. You always want to go a little bit past, because even when you crank this thing tight and you start flaring, it could move a little bit. And that's okay as long as you have a little bit past. You really want to tighten that thing down, like real tight. Okay, that's not going any tighter than that. All right, next, you take this piece right here. All right, take the little adapter piece, and then you see how there's a little end right here sticking up. That goes inside your brake line. All right, so just like so. It's a tight fit, so you really want to, there. You get this other tool here, slide her on like that. All right, it's maxed out. You really push that in there, there. All right, now the tip of this tool here goes into the divot on that little adapter piece. Make sure it's sitting in there flush like so. And I know it's hard to, you guys, maybe I should show you guys, huh? You see that? Now we tighten it until the little adapter piece is pressed flush against the other piece here. Wish I had a cameraman, because then you guys would be able to see what I'm doing a lot better. So I'm sorry, but this is just how it is right now. I don't have a whole lot of room right there with that. Here. Oh yeah. Nice and slow and steady. Crank her down. I think, oh yeah, we're flush. All right. So you see that? Now we're gonna loosen her up. And as long as the line didn't slide out, we should have a nice start to a double flare. That's what we're making, by the way. A double flare. Oh, I might have to redo this because it looks like I did not go on there straight. That's my luck, huh? The other side, I already did the other side and it turned out perfect. So, well, I say that. Yeah, this side, it looks like it's not. That's great. Okay, well, a few things we could do here. I could just put this back on, crank her down tight again, which is what I'm gonna do first. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to cut and redo it, which is not what I wanted to do. I think I fixed it, but we'll find out soon. So now, after you remove that little adapter, you do this again with just the tip here inserted inside the hole here, the opening. And you do the same thing, but you don't get as crazy with it. You get her snug. You don't keep cranking on it once it starts to snug up. Because if you do, you'll go too far and you will destroy the flare. Like so. We'll see if it works. I don't know. You know, that first initial crimp that I did or whatever, it was questionable. So we'll see here. That flare's no good. It's trash. It's not gonna work, I can already tell. You know what I realized just now is that this line literally goes to the ABS pump or whatever, which is right here. So I could just disconnect the line and do it outside of the vehicle. It would be way better. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I got all the brake lines on. As you can see from this contraption right here, I'm about to bleed this brake. We will see if anything leaks and hopefully we get all the air out here. I got the bleeder cracked. Let's pump the brake here, see what happens. Pedal's super hard, so even though I lost some fluid and we got new lines, shouldn't take a whole lot to get the air out. Ooh, must be getting somewhere. Usually when you start hearing that bottle make noise, it means it's filling up with some fluid or something. And usually means that most of the air is gone. Ooh, that fluid coming out is dirty. Good news, nothing is leaking. So that means my flares are holding up. All the connections are nice and tight. We're good to go. I just have to button up a few things and then we can get the wheels put on the front.